In this hobby, we all love to spend a lot of money buying a lot of different IEMs. That may be because we like to own a lot of different sound signatures, or we fall victim to FOMO that happens every couple of days. But fear not, because in this video I have the top 10 most versatile IEM, the one and done, you don't really need anything else in your collection IEM. Although we both know that owning these IEMs won't really stop you from buying more IEMs anyways, but let's jump into the video. Hey friends, welcome back to another video on Thieaudio. Today we have 10 versatile IEMs, the one and done IEMs. Now, before we jump into the list itself, there's a giveaway going on over at Hi-Fi Go for a Pilgrim. Yes, they're giving away one whole Pilgrim. There's a link to participate down in the description below. Just follow the instructions on the website. Now, in old Timmy fashion, we're gonna go from the least expensive to the most expensive in this list, and the first one being the Tangzu Waner. I always tell people to buy this IEM, not only because it's super versatile, but it's also a great EQ template as well. If you love to EQ, you don't mind EQing, this IEM could be your one and done truly, because you can EQ the Waner to any of the more expensive IEM and it sounds pretty decent. And that's because there are good qualities about the Waner that makes it easier to EQ than a lot of other IEMs around the same price point. But besides that, the sound signature itself is very, I would say, vocal centric, but it's not really sacrificing a lot of bass either, so it's good for literally anything you throw at it. Moving up, we have the Truthears Zero Red. Now this one is truly versatile because you get two tunings in one IEM. One is a more referencey kind of neutral tuning, not a lot of bass. This one's already versatile on its own, but if you want even more bass, there's a 10 ohm impedance adapter which boosts the bass when you use it with the IEM. And on top of that, both of the tunings have good mid-range and treble as well, so any song you throw at this thing is gonna sound good. Next, we have the Harman IEM. I decided to rope all the Harman that I like into one category because most of them have the same pros and cons. And the IEMs I'm talking about are the Truthear Nova, the Simgot Supermix for the variations, the Sense Top. I know there's the EM10 as well, but I have not tried that one as of filming this video, so I'll skip that for now. There's also Dunu Glacier if you want Harman on steroids, but that one is just a little bit too expensive for me, so just stick to the first four here. Now the greatest thing about Harman's signature is that it is very clean and very spacious sounding. You feel a sense of openness, instruments being separated really well. There's clear distinction between bass and everything else, so it never feels muddy in any way. Vocals, especially female vocals, sound extra good on a Harman style IEM. The only sacrifice I would say is in the mid bass or low mid instruments, like some male vocals and some lower range instruments like that are a little bit more in the background. But besides that, Harman tuning sounds great, and I know a lot of people prefer it. So yeah, any Harman IEM. And by the way, not everything is Harman. I know it's kind of a meme in the community that people say that, oh, there's so many Harman tuned IEMs out there. I would argue that there's only like less than 10 that are actually kind of true Harman or true Harman inspired. And if you don't believe me, besides the one I just named in this video, I would challenge you to name 5 more. Just leave your answers in the comments and I'll go down there and tell you if you're right or you're wrong. Moving on is Aful Performer 5, one of the best IEMs you can grab around the $200 mark, or if you wait for sale, they go for around $179 usually, which is a way better deal. I would say this one has a very balanced sounding signature. Nothing is really gonna stand out with this one, which is a good thing when you're trying to get a very versatile IEM. So good amount of bass, decent amount of mid-range as well, not too shouty, not too recessed, and good extension in the treble. Overall, non-offensive, balanced, goes well with everything. Moving up another $100, we have the Moondrop DUSK. And if we're talking about versatile IEM, this is probably one of the most versatile IEMs due to the features that it has, right? Along with the analog cable that has the analog tuning, it comes with the DSP cable that has a lot of other tuning built in as well. So you can really pick and choose at your fingertips which tuning you want to go for, which would make this IEM probably one of the the most versatile IEM out of the box. Now I can't go over all the different tuning in this video. I would urge you to check out my full review for all those information. Next up, we have Studio 4 by Softears, and this one definitely leans more towards the vocal or mid-centric side, but I feel like the bass quality on this is actually quite snappy, and I do enjoy it on bassy tracks as well, though again, it does lean more towards the mid-rangey field, so keep that in mind. Overall, balanced kind of signature. Love the vocals off of this, love the mid-range off of this. The treble is also quite smooth as well. It's one of the few IEMs that I can find very little flaws about, and it's one that I would keep in my own collection personally if I wasn't a reviewer. 次は Hype 4です。I should say Hype 2, 4, and 10 are all very versatile, but since I've spent the most time with Hype 4, I'm going to talk about that one. Hype 4 is tuned really well. There's very few areas I would nitpick about it. Number one being the timbre of vocals being a little bit on the dry and scratchy side. I think that's due to the amount of treble that it has, especially in the air region, but that's about it. Everything else is very versatile. You're gonna like the amount of bass that it has. It doesn't have too much bass that is a headache as well. The mid-range, again, is nicely done. It's only a little bit of quirks in the treble, and even that quirk in the treble for me is a little bit of an issue, but to some it is excitement. It is nice flavor. So some of you guys might actually even enjoy that little bit of singiness up top. So yes, Hype 4, versatile, approved. Another similar price IEM, around $400 as well, is the one you're gonna get in the giveaway, the Elysian Pilgrim. Fantastic level of details. The tuning is rather balanced altogether. Vocals are a bit thicker, more forward. The bass is definitely its less of a star quality. I wouldn't say weak point, but it's not really the star of the show. I do wish it has a little bit more bass, but overall the signature is still fairly well balanced. It's not as mid-range leaning as the Studio 4. The bass is still enough to play any genre or any tracks that requires a bit more bass to sound alive. But the star of the show in the Pilgrim again is the thicker, more full sounding vocals plus the sense of details. And the next IEM is one I haven't reviewed yet, so I'm not gonna say too much in this video. Though if you're watching this from the future, I probably already reviewed the IEM, so I'll leave the link to that review down in the comment section or the description. But right now, I'm not gonna say too much about it, and that IEM is the Mega5 EST by HiSenior. Just know that right now, it is one of my most favorite IEMs ever. And last but not least, the most expensive IEM on this list, and this one is really for you rich boys out there, and that is the Subtonic Storm. Not much else needs to be said about it. It's the Storm. Buy Storm. Actually, don't buy Storm blindly. I would say go demo Storm first, and maybe if you like it so much, you can sell your car, sell your house, I don't know, one of your kidneys, and then you can buy Storm. Good luck on the giveaway. If you haven't joined that yet, link is down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, bye!